Hello and welcome. Usually, if I regret buying art supplies, I don't jump right away and make a video about it. Well, I don't really have something I deeply regret, maybe just supplies I didn't like. But today's video is truly a regret purchase, and honestly, it was my mistake. I saw these Arches journals and I was so excited to buy them. Arches is one of my favorite watercolor paper, especially their cold press paper. They had three sizes and I bought all three sizes in both cold press and hot press. They were really expensive. I will put the price on the screen. When I received them and opened them, I found out they were only 185 GSM. I felt like a bucket of ice was dumped on my head because I already have the small Arches paper pad in the same weight, and honestly, I didn't like it for watercolor only. The paper starts crumbling very fast. Then I checked all the journals and they all had the same weight. I was upset with myself for not reading the description carefully. I thought because of the high price point, they would definitely be 300 GSM, especially since there are other brands with 185 GSM paper that cost only a fraction of the Arches price. There are also other brands offering 300 GSM paper for almost half the price of these Arches journals. What information is written on the packaging. They are made in France on a cylinder mold, 100% cotton and suitable for watercolor, wet techniques, felt pens, colored pencils, pen pastel, and graphite. I will conduct a comparison with other Arches products. First, the Arches Journal 185 GSM. 48 pages for $42. And then I have the 5x8 paper pad, also 185 GSM for $13. Then the 9x12 paper pad, 300 GSM, 12 sheets for $21. The cold press art journal, A4 size, 48 pages, 185 GSM, cost $46. Then the Arches wire bond pad with 15 sheets of 300 GSM paper for $22. And last but not least, the 9x12 paper pad, 300 GSM, and it's 12 sheets for $21. The only thing I really like about these journals is the cover. It feels sturdy and high quality, and the journal stays flat because each section of paper is hand sewn. I will show you some tests I did on the paper. First, look at my stickers. Let me know if you know these characters. On the first page, I used watercolor on both the front and the back pages. and the paper started crumbling. On the third page, I used oil pastel. And on the back, I used watercolor with like 3 layers. You can judge for yourself whether this level of crumbling is acceptable or not. I know some people use journals that are not watercolor paper at all, so maybe this journal is still a good fit for them. Next, I used acrylic gouache and it handled just fine. The paper did not crumble. On these 2 pages, I used leftover acrylic gouache and layered wax pastel and watercolor on top. I noticed that the sewn section, the folded paper started loosening a little bit. I added too much water. On the next page, I use acrylic gouache and acrylic markers. So, in my opinion, this journal works much better for dry mediums and acrylic gouache since I use less water with those mediums. I really wanted to return them, but I bought them from Spain, so the shipping cost was not worth it. Last but not least, I want to share a more affordable option. At first, I wasn't happy with it, but now I really love this Fabriano watercolor journal. It's 6x9, costs $21, has 200 GSM paper, and includes 30 pages. Better weight, better price, and overall a much better option for watercolor only, while still working, of course, other mediums too. I bought mine from Blick during their liquidation sale. I'm not sure if it is still available, but I will link it below. That's for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.